All right. Hey, welcome back. Today we are in Gettysburg. With me is Jill. Jill is with the Main Street program here in Gettysburg. I'm going to give Jill a moment to introduce herself, and then we'll talk to her and see what the borough has to offer. Jill.
Hi, I'm Jill Sellers, President and CEO of Main Street Gettysburg. Main Street Gettysburg has been here since 1984. We do historic preservation and economic development for the historic district of Gettysburg.
Gettysburg, obviously, is known for the battlefield, but there's another side to Gettysburg, which we're going to talk about. And there's a bunch of programs going on in the borough, a bunch of festivals as well. So I do want to touch on, there's some programs you have going on in the borough that focus on certain streets and certain neighborhoods. Can you kind of touch on that a little bit?
Absolutely. So, like I said, we do a lot of economic development initiatives, and a lot of those involve infrastructure grants and reinvestment. One of our biggest efforts over the last almost 10 years has been Baltimore Street. So Baltimore Street runs from Lincoln Square to the Soldiers National Cemetery at the southern end. And so we have been working on a streetscape project that would repair that street from the ground up, meaning stormwater, sewer, water, all the infrastructure below, as well as sidewalks, crosswalks, lighting, and other things that make it a great pedestrian thoroughfare. It's currently under design, and we're working on grant funding to get that construction project completed.
Very good. And also within the borough, they have some festivals throughout the year. Although you don't sponsor those, can you kind of touch on those a little bit so people might?
Absolutely. So yes, absolutely. We are excited. So there's so many opportunities in the borough of organizations and businesses that step up to make things happen for visitors and residents alike to participate. So Bike Week happens during the summer. We have Remembrance Day this fall, every November, which is going to be really big this fall. We have Apple Harvest Festival that happens in Adams County, and I just can't say enough about the things that happen in and around here. If you're looking for something to do, there is always something on the calendar in Gettysburg.
Currently, this is the Borough Hall that we're in right now?
We are, yes.
Borough Hall. Okay, and you have a new facility on the way. You want to kind of touch on that a little bit?
I do. So we've been working for several years on the Gettysburg Welcome Center, which will establish a centralized hub for tourism and event information, as well as much needed public restrooms, a place to fill a water bottle, change a diaper, ask for directions. It'll be centrally located right in the heart of the historic district, and that should be coming up online and available to the public, I hope, this fall. So, yeah.
Very good. Now, a lot of people, obviously, the Gettysburg battlefield is a huge tourist attraction in Pennsylvania, right? So how do you interact with that, trying to get people that come here for the battlefield, get them into town to see all the wonderful shops and restaurants and such that you have?
So we have great partnerships across the borough and across Adams County, including the National Park Services that manages, of course, the battlefield, the Gettysburg Foundation, which is a great asset to the battlefield as well as the entire town. We work with the town tour guides. We work with different businesses and that will participate with us in a lot of the festivals and things that we do here. And basically everything that Main Street Gettysburg does as a small organization, we could not do without partners. So it's always an opportunity to figure out how we can collaborate with how other organizations are bringing people to town, and we can make the most of that visitor experience so that when visitors come to visit the battlefield, enjoy that time out on that 6,000 acres, they have to, come into town, enjoy our restaurants, place to stay, places to shop, and we make sure that we communicate that well so that they have a really well-rounded experience over a weekend or over a long week, depending on how long they're staying with us. And we encourage them to come back because they probably missed something, and they ought to come back again.
Right. There's plenty of stuff to do.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Spending all day on the battlefield, you want to take a break from that and come do something different.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so Gettysburg is obviously a very unique place to live. Explain to me how it's like living here. What's, living here on a daily basis? How does it kind of affect your daily life?
Well, it's busy. Of course, it's a tourist destination, and I always try to remember. So the traffic and the slowdowns are really important. I mean, they're really a sign of a strong economy. And from an economic development standpoint, which is my job, it really, I take that with a grain of salt. And a lot of times I remind residents that live here that the reason that we have the amazing restaurants and shopping and places that we enjoy year round is because of our phenomenal tourism destination that we have, that's been curated since the very beginning, probably days after the battle when people started coming here to find their families, and then continuing to experience the history that's here, and then finding other things that are so amazing even beyond the Civil War history that's here.
Very cool. Yeah. Very unique situation. The new facility. When is that on track to be moved into, I guess I should say?
340 Baltimore Street. So that's dead center of Lincoln Square and Steinway Avenue. So it's going to make a great walkable halfway point in the historic district. And it should be up and online this fall. So yeah, I don't have an exact date, but yeah, we're definitely working on it and working through all the things to get it up out of the ground and ready to greet the visiting population. Gettysburg sees anywhere from 1.5 to 3 million visitors a year. And it's definitely a needed facility. And I think it will make that experience downtown more accessible for people and give them a reason to stay on foot a little bit longer and experience some of the amazing shops and restaurants and dining and really things that you won't find anywhere else.
Sure.
Except here.
Yeah. Again, it's a unique situation, and that'll be more like a central hub where people can come right into town.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a great place to start your visit.
Very cool. Is there anything you would like to say as far as the organization, what you would like to see it become in the next 5 to 10 years?
So our organization, like I said, it's been around for over 40 years, and my vision for the next 5 years is to really make sure that I have in my strategic plan for the organization is its next 5 to 10 years. I've already pre-programmed that. One of those things is Baltimore Street. One of those things is Elm Street. Certainly the Welcome Center, and really building those foundational pieces that are going to put Gettysburg in a solid position for the next generations to inherit it. I want the stewardship to be in place so that I'm handing it off in a way that next generations can be proud of what it is, and they have a vision of where it can go and how it can benefit everybody that still has yet to find this place and all the special things that are here.
Sure. Yeah, very good. Again, if you come to Gettysburg, make sure to do some stuff besides the battlefield. There's stuff downtown, as we just talked about, and it's about having that new facility is going to help that, I think, giving a central location for people to come and find out every little thing that's going on, what neighborhoods to go to and such. So
absolutely.
Yeah, very good. Okay, well, we're going to go check out the new facility that's on its way.
That's right. We'll go see the construction site.
All right, let's go check it out. All right, here we are right in downtown on Baltimore Street in Gettysburg. Behind me is the future location of the Gettysburg Welcome Center. I'm going to let Jill kind of explain that to you a little bit on what it's going to do. It's right here in the heart of downtown. It's a beautiful location, kind of perfect. It's going to help bring people to the events of Gettysburg, what's happening in the borough. So Jill, you want to kind of give us a rundown on what's going to happen here with this building?
Absolutely. So Main Street Gettysburg and the borough have been working on bringing this asset to the center of downtown for several years. So it's going to provide a space for public information, for tourism, for events, for festivals. It's also going to provide a great space for public bathrooms, filling a water bottle, changing a diaper, asking for directions or questions about what is in downtown and where can I find it. And it's strategically located between Steinway Avenue and Lincoln Square to make this a really walkable district for people to visit.
Very good. And there's some other things happening in town too, not too far from here, some museums and shops and stuff. Can you kind of touch on that a little bit?
Absolutely. So a couple other projects that are happening right now is the David Hopkins house is being restored. This is an 1840s cabin that's being restored by the Adams County Historical Society. And they are going to be putting an addition on the back of that property that will be the first permanent Black History Museum in Gettysburg. So super excited about that. Mark your calendars and watch for that to be opening in the next couple of years. And on Steinway Avenue, the Charters of Freedom Park will be coming this summer. So in August, that will be dedicated. It's an America 250 PA project, and that is going to feature the founding documents of our nation in a park that will be open to the public, so you can really go there. It's going to be an extraordinary outdoor type classroom. It's going to offer an opportunity for people to reflect on the great freedoms and history that we all have across this country, and certainly that we represent here in Gettysburg.
Very cool. Again, Baltimore Street, this is the perfect location for this. Do you have an anticipated opening date?
I anticipate this facility opening in fall of 2026. Barring any delays. Construction is on its way, and we're really excited to get the doors open and to the public.
Very cool.
Great.
Don't forget it, when you come down to Gettysburg, stop in here. You get all your information of all the events going on throughout the year, and the weekend you're here, or the week you're here, whatever day you're here. Beautiful area, beautiful downtown, plenty of stuff to do. When you're at the battlefield, be sure to come down here and check it out. All right, down here in downtown again, right at the square, they have a special program down here with bricks. I'm going to let Jill explain that to you and what that's all about. Jill?
Good. Hi, we have been installing bricks on Lincoln Square for almost 30 years. So we have about 8,500 engraved bricks installed down here. It is a support to Main Street Gettysburg to help us manage our mission. So you can get a brick with your name or a loved one's name on it engraved and installed and become part of our local history.
Also, I do want to mention it's summertime, but we're going to think about Christmas for a second. So the Christmas Festival in Gettysburg happens right here. This is the heart and soul of the Christmas Festival, right?
Correct. Yeah, the Christmas Festival is always the first weekend in December, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you're welcome to come to historic Gettysburg. Certainly there is a lot of activity that happens right here on Lincoln Square. There's free entertainment, there's food, there's drink, there's opportunities to go shopping, and we have entertainment, lots of local musicians and otherwise. We have characters that are downtown. We have ice sculptures. There's amazing things, incredible shopping. Steinway Avenue hosts a Victorian Christmas, which is filled full of horses and period reenactors in their uniforms and dresses. It's a great spectacle, and it's something you will not see anywhere else for Christmas.
Very cool. And real quick, before we go here, a random piece of quick history. In the square in the middle, there's the grass area. That's where the original courthouse used to be, and it had burned down, and it's now located where?
It's now located on Baltimore Street. There's always something cool to find in Gettysburg. Come visit.
All right. I want to thank Jill for her time today. She's a very busy person here in Gettysburg, but she took time out to talk to us. Jill, is there any parting words you have for anybody that's considering coming to Gettysburg?
Absolutely. Come to Gettysburg. I can't tell you how many things there are here to do at any given time year round. So if you need information about what to do here, contact Destination Gettysburg, contact Main Street Gettysburg, look us up online, but don't ever be afraid to reach out. We are all about hospitality and finding fun things for you to do that will be an experience of a lifetime. So make sure you plan your visit.